there's a melody that seems to rise from the deepest sorrow of a divided people, echoing across time, rivers, and mountains. That song is Arirang, often considered the unofficial national anthem of Korea and a symbol of the Korean soul. But among its many versions, one in particular stands apart for its haunting sense of solitude. That version is Alone Arirang, Hollo Arirang, a poignant reinterpretation born during one of the most painful chapters in modern Korean history, the ongoing division between North and South Korea. Composed by Kim Young-dong in the early 1980s, Alone Arirang was created in a time when the Korean peninsula remained, and still remains, tragically divided. The lyrics mourn the loneliness of being separated from loved ones, from one's homeland, and from a past that now seems unreachable. Yet within that solitude, the psalm carries something more? A quiet longing. Not just for reunion, but for understanding, for peace, and for healing in a land that still carries deep scars. Over the decades, Alone Arirang, Hollo Arirang has been performed by countless artists across generations and genres, from folk singers and protest choirs to opera soloists and pop balladeers. Each version adds a distinct color and emotion to the song's fragile but resilient core. Some of the most noted performances include Kim Young-im, a master of minyo, Korean traditional folk singing, who infused the song with deeply rooted traditional vocal techniques, grounding it in its cultural origins. An Chi-won, who brought a rebellious and politically charged energy to Alone Arirang during Korea's democratization movement of the 1980s, making it a quiet anthem of resistance. Jo Sumi, the world-renowned soprano, whose operatic interpretation elevated the song to a global stage. Her version conveyed universal sorrow and hope, turning the pain of separation into an aria of humanity. And then, there is So-hyung, one of Korea's most revered vocalists, celebrated for her extraordinary vocal range and emotional depth. In her rendition of Alone Arirang, So-hyung delivers not just a performance, but a spiritual experience. Each interpretation is a reflection of its time, its singer, and the ongoing yearning for unity and peace on the Korean peninsula. But no matter the era or the voice, the essence remains: the loneliness of being torn apart, and the quiet strength of continuing to hope. The first time Forestella performed Alone Arirang, Hollo Arirang publicly was on the Korean music show Immortal Songs, Singing the Legend, episode 373, broadcast on October 13, 2018. That day, they were the fourth group to perform, and their haunting rendition earned them the victory. Their performance was not merely a cover, it was a resurrection. The arrangement began with silence broken only by the breath of the first note. Then came the harmonies, layered, precise, and ethereal. Each member carried a different emotion: sorrow, resilience, peace, longing, and together, they formed a celestial choir. Forestella's unique blend of crossover classical and Korean sentimentality created a sonic landscape that honored the traditional roots of Arirang while opening it to a global audience. No instrument was wasted, no voice overpowered. Every moment was choreographed with grace, as if mourning became dance and pain became prayer. The result? A version that feels like the voice of the mountain itself, echoing through centuries, whispering the name of a homeland still divided and still dreaming.
손잡고 가보자, 같이 가보자. 저 멀리 동해 바다 외로운 섬, 금강산 맑은 물은 동해로 흐르고, 언제
Alone Arirang is not just a song. It is a cry, a memory, and, in Forestella's voice, a promise that even when sung alone, we are never truly alone.
Subscribe! Subscribe!